to comment. And the reason I don't want to comment, if I'm really honest with myself, is I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to actually sit down and think about what I need to say. And that takes a bit of brain power. And actually all I want to do is just click something. And I would argue back that you are not doing yourself, or others, but particularly yourself, any favours taking that approach to LinkedIn. Lazy liking. Now don't get me wrong, some posts you will just like. And that's because it's almost impossible to say anything other than great post or something that means nothing, because the post is not written in a way that allows you to comment. There's nothing you can say really, but you want to support it, so you like it. And in addition to that, there will be occasions where you're not being lazy, but you're really busy, and instead of saving the post, which would be my preferred option in this circumstance, so I'm busy, I've seen a post I want to comment on, I save it and come back to it later on. But if I don't do that, a quick like is better than nothing. And by the way, we're talking about reactions here. Of course, all reactions are equal, so no matter whether it's a like or anything else, really. But if you like it in those circumstances, that's a good thing. Liking is a good thing, and I have no problem with that. But try where you can to comment as much as you possibly can. Okay. Now the other angle and the other way of looking at this, the other context, is your own posts. Do you want people to like or comment? Now I think when you're structuring a post and you're writing or producing it, you should be aiming to engage your audience by starting a conversation with them, which encourages them to comment rather than like, because that will give your post 4 times the reach. Now, it might be true that it's easier for your audience to like a post than to comment on it. Of course, you can make it easier for them to comment by making it comment worthy. But equally, when I think about it, I can make a post more comment worthy by the way it's written, or by the way what I say in a video. But how do you make a post more likable or more likely to get likes than comments? I'm not quite sure how you go about doing that, really. Therefore, it's easier, in many respects, to think about your content as being comment-worthy. And don't get me wrong, somebody that sees your post and thinks it's really good but doesn't have the time to comment will probably just like it anyway, and that's okay. Can't get away from that. That's going to happen from time to time. I think if you write good quality content, you will attract comments and likes. And sometimes it may well be that they're doing both and you just hope that they comment before they like, because obviously the secondary action doesn't have any impact. Well, according to Richard van der Blom, and again, my gut feeling is that's probably right. So, in addition to all of that, as well as the reach, by getting people to comment on your post, those people you're replying to, and therefore building a relationship with them. In addition, your reply will be seen by other people that comment on that post, and all of that, or anybody that reads the comment thread, and all of that helps to build your visibility and people's knowledge of you. So there's a huge amount of other benefits that are associated to commenting, and I think it's by far the best thing to do across the board, whether it's people on your posts or you on other people's posts. The key is to just think about commenting all the time and getting people to comment all the time. Now, the quality of the post is always paramount. I mean, that should really go without saying. So, and I don't just mean that it's comment worthy. I mean, comment worthy for me is a sign of a good post, but it's not the only sign of a good post. Good quality content is good quality content, full stop, and you are far more likely to attract engagement with good quality content. Relatable, interesting, challenging, all the things that we know attract attention. They're the things you'd be doing with your posting. And you could argue the rest of it just falls into place, really. So I'm not anti-liking, or any reactions for that matter, of course. Engagement is always good, definitely better than doing nothing. But I also think people do like out of laziness. And I think we should challenge ourselves and go, am I just liking because I'm just being a bit lazy here? Maybe I've got the time. Maybe I should think about what I'm doing here. Maybe I'm better commenting on 2 posts than liking 10. Maybe that's actually better use of my time and brain power. Another thing that I would say about this is that when you comment on someone's post, to do so you would have to have read the post. And by doing both of those things, reading it, thinking about what you feel about it, and then constructing a comment, all of that is stimulating for you. And that stimulation, I think, helps you with your own content. Because you start getting ideas from it. I find it much easier to put together a podcast episode where I've been particularly active in the week on LinkedIn. If I've been away and I've not been interacting with anybody from a business point of view, when I come back, it's always very hard to get my headspace into it because I've just not been thinking that way. So again, that's another benefit of commenting as well. And as always, we're going to end the episode with a post of the week. And this week's post of the week is from someone called Rose Callahan. Actually nominated by a few people, this one. And I saw it myself, but hadn't thought of it as post of the week because when I saw it, it was very early. And I'm not connected to Rose. It was because someone that I am connected to had commented on it, I think. And that's why I saw it. And I thought, that's a good post, but it had 20 comments at the time. It was then interesting to see other people come to me later in the week and say, here's a nomination for Post of the Week, and by that time it had thousands of comments. As we stand now, it's got 1,790 comments at the time that I'm recording this, and 55,514 reactions, so pretty good stuff. And what I love about it, we haven't had a humorous Post of the Week for a while actually, but it's a funny one. So this is it's an image post and it's a multiple image post, and that's good to feature as well because I think sometimes people forget the benefit of multiple image posts. Whilst the way LinkedIn structure it, I think it looks awful, but the good thing is that you do have to click on it in order to see all the images, and that click is important because that sends a message to the algorithm that someone is actually looking at it. All clicks on posts are good. And so long as you've written more than 3 lines on an image post and you've got more than 5 images, then there will be reasons to want to click on that post. So this is all about the open to work slash, that green slash you see on profile pictures. And one of the things I like about it is it highlights that topic actually, because the amount of times I hear people say that they think it looks desperate, when you have that on your profile. And I just think, really? It doesn't look desperate at all. It's just merely publicising the fact you're looking for a job. If you're in a job and you don't want your employer to know, you should go nowhere near that feature. It'd be absolutely ludicrous to put that on your profile. And I know that they say that if a recruiter from your company is searching, they won't see it. But that's rubbish because other people can see it and tell them, right? So definitely don't use it if you don't want your employer to know you're looking for a job. I think that's probably fairly obvious to most people. But it is a good feature if you are. And I don't get this point about it looking desperate. Not at all. Trust me, recruiters do notice it. When they're going through shortlist, that green slash, they become attuned to it and they are looking for it. Subconsciously sometimes, but they are looking for it. What I like about this is, I say, it's funny. And she's put here, dear God, I just changed my LinkedIn settings and it's added the open to network frame. I mean, I am open to work, but in a chill way. If LinkedIn's going to force people to use this frame, if they want everyone to see, then they are available. They should at least add a few other options. And she's got hashtag not desperate, hashtag I'm actually super busy, hashtag yes, I'm free for a chat, winky emoji, hashtag I hate this website. And then you go from there. So it's great because people can relate to it. They've all seen it on profiles. People have a view on the open to work thing. So there's a kind of serious subject in there somewhere as well. But she approaches it in a very humorous way. So great post. Well done. Thanks for the nominations. And that is this week's Post of the Week. All right, so there you go. That's it for this week. There won't be an edition next week. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not on holiday again, but I have got a very busy work week, and I'm actually. Can you believe it? The clients are asking me to train face to face again. It's weird. And of course, the problem with that is that that's a day out of the office every time I do it, and I can't be producing a podcast. And next week, I've just got loads of face-to-face stuff, particularly towards the back end of the week. So there's just no way I'm going to be able to put together an episode next week. So we're going to have to miss a week, I'm afraid, due to work pressure. But don't let that stop you getting in touch if you have any feedback from this show, or any suggestions for any topics to cover in future shows as well. That's it from me. Have a fantastic week, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. Take care.
That was a glorious opportunity. Marquinhos. Minge. A sloppy pass.
Okay, so Rishi Sunak is the new Prime Minister. I think that bit you're probably across, but let's get this started with just explaining what happened to Liz Truss. She has this kind of unwelcome record of being the shortest ever serving Prime Minister in British history. She was in office for 49 days, and almost 2 weeks of that, bear this in mind, was during this national period of mourning, remember, after the Queen's passing. So like kind of run of normal business in government wasn't happening at that time. So really, in terms of just having a proper tenure, it was like 5 weeks. It's honestly unheard of. My producer Hannah, she's so good, she's put a note on alongside the structure of the episode today, and she's put, Liz Truss took the record for the shortest serving Prime Minister from a Prime Minister called George Canning. He was Prime Minister for 119 days, which is still significantly more than 49. He was Prime Minister for 119 days back in 1827, and his tenure ended because he died, he passed away. So that was the previous record, but now Liz Truss has it with 49 days in office. But still, you cannot deny that somewhat of an impact was made in that time. It's arguable as to whether that was positive or negative, but there was definitely a series of impacts. In the last episode, I went into a lot of detail with a friend of the podcast, John Hatfield, about this mini budget that was launched by Kwasi Kwarteng, who was the Chancellor at the time, not anymore. But in that episode, I talked about, Liz Truss's government's impact on the economy. It was massive, and even neutral bodies, like the Office for Budget Responsibility in the Bank of England, was stepping forward and saying, we're not happy. Alarm bells, alarm bells. So it was a really kind of deep dive into that. That episode is still relevant because if you don't understand why Liz Truss's tenure was so controversial, that will definitely explain a huge chunk of it. But at that time, Liz Truss was kind of desperately aiming to convince everyone that she had a hold on the economy. Yes, this is rocky, but this is a good idea, bear with us. That was the messaging. But however hard she and Kwasi Kwarteng tried to convince everybody, it didn't matter. The noise just wasn't quieting down. The outrage and, the rebellion, really, about their plans for the economy just weren't dying down. And so on the 14th of October, after this big farce around Kwasi Kwarteng's mini-budget, quote-unquote mini-budget, he got sacked, and he was replaced by Jeremy Hunt. That was kind of significant because Hunt had been a backer of Sunak in the leadership race when it was Liz Truss versus Rishi Sunak. Hunt had very openly said, no, I'm on Sunak's side. And until that point, actually all the key cabinet positions that Liz Truss had doled out, she'd given to, really, for lack of a better phrase, her pals. She'd given to people who had been loyal to her. So for her to put Hunt in that position, who was quite clearly not in her camp, it was significant. It was her, I guess, trying to say look, I'm willing to balance this and not just go down my own echo chamber route. But straight away, Hunt went, right, you're going to put me in this position, cool, I'm going to undo almost everything that Kwasi Kwarteng tried to do. Let's have a quick listen.
Firstly, we will reverse almost all the tax measures announced in the growth plan 3 weeks ago that have not started parliamentary legislation. Secondly, the government's current plan is to cut the basic rate of income tax to 19%, but at a time when markets are rightly demanding commitment to sustainable public finances, it is not right to borrow to fund this tax cut. So I've decided that the basic rate of income tax will remain at 20%, and it will do so indefinitely.
Really is a city that loves its football. I'm talking, of course, about Manchester, and it's a real pleasure to be here tonight at Old Trafford. My name is Derek Ray, and ready with his tactics board to provide all the analysis is Stuart Robson. And expect quite a few twists and turns. There is the possibility that safety could be assured come full time. It's Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain. And Messi! Well, it certainly was a bold attempt. Good to see him try his luck with the chip.
Well, it's a great attempt. Opts to lift it over the keeper, just gets a little bit too much on it.
The lineup for Manchester United. David De Gea between the posts. Luke Shaw starts with Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the fullback positions. Fred starts with Casemiro in the centre of the pitch. And Wout Weghorst is the striker. Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters. Gianluigi Donnarumma is the keeper. Sergio Ramos plays alongside Marquinhos in central defence. Vitor Pereira starts.
Hold on, Derek, chance here.
What a save.
Nicely saved. Letting it in. Mbappe. Can they forge ahead? Well, I think you could call that an escape. It looked a certain goal. Messi. The pass could do damage. Pretty simple for the keeper. Casemiro. It's with Martinez. Now Casemiro. Jadon Sancho. Nicely cut out. Great strong tackle. Throw-in forthcoming. More than decent this from United. He's in here.
Oh.
And took first chance, but he's failed the test.
Well, you can see what he was trying to do, but he's missed the target. He should score there.
Shaw. Oh, he's given us away. Well, with tackling like that, the onus is on the referee to take action potentially. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now Casemiro. And they could face difficulties here. Might still be able to do a bit of damage. Well, putting it wide from there, disappointing. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro. Fred with it. Shaw. Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes has it. Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Chance to play it in. Fernandes. Lasting time tackle. A dropping challenge, and the referee has got to have a big think about it. Encouraging stuff from United, but nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Fred. Read it superbly to take back possession. Potentially freedom for United on the flank. Let's just clarify the injury situation. Our man on the side of the pitch is Jeff Shreves.
Looks like a twisted knee from down here. You can just see him trying it out. At the moment, he's carrying on.
Cheers, Jeff. Able to deal with the threat. Casemiro. Intercepting it intelligently. Well, it was a promising avenue of attack, but the momentum has been halted. You wouldn't be surprised to see the card handed out. Top class defending. Jadon Sancho. Here's Luke Shaw. Return to Rashford. And offside. A deft clearance. Jadon Sancho. Well, PSG have it back now. Sanchez. Lionel Messi! Oh, a goal it is! And that is certainly not what they wanted at this stage of the season.
Well, it's the same old story. They just can't defend, and if they keep this up, it's inevitable. They will go down.
So underway again here. 1-0 the score. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. Bruno Fernandes. And a good looking ball. Oh, keeper dealt with it.
Well, it's been a while, but these fans are now coming to life. Can they equalise here?
Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. And there goes the whistle. That's what... Back underway then, and work to do for United given the scoreline. Lionel Messi. Mbappe. Might it be Mbappe? Well, he had the measure of it, the goalkeeper. And just seemed to lose control there. Couldn't keep it in. And now a corner. Marquinhos. Oh, that's a fine save. Well, on the corner, can they take advantage of this one? It's a short one. Renato Sanchez with it now. And giving it away. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Oh, nice ball over the top to chase. It must go in, surely. A goal! And that will help them as they try to stave off relegation.
Oh, they needed that. A vital lifeline in this game. But can they find another now?
So, well, he didn't miss by very much to go. Fred. Now Casemiro. Shaw. regain possession. Mbappe. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, you have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Ramos. No high quality defending. Bruno Fernandes. He has teammates around him. Wonderful vision from Lionel Messi. Oh, brilliant goalkeeping. And how about the short corner? And Neymar. So half an hour remaining. Fred. Now Casemiro. More than decent this from United. And let's give credit to the defending. Oh, the threat is there. Might take the lead. And a goal it is to put them in front again. No less than they deserve. So United restart the game. Disappointed to have conceded. Can they come up with an equaliser? Lisandro Martinez. Rafael Varane. Now Casemiro. And showing fine vision. Great pressure to win the ball back. Out of play, PSG throw in forthcoming. After that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. Showing good defensive judgment. Rashford. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. Frantic action from one end to the other. They weren't ahead for long, and this match is level again. Well, another equaliser. What a topsy-turvy game this has been. Rashford. Cross could be useful. Well, able to survive that attacking push. Really good challenge. Showing excellent vision. Saka. Crossed in there. Rashford. Could be. Couldn't quite hang on. But in the end, no damage done. Counter-attacking very much an option. There's so many possibilities, but it didn't happen for them. Lionel Messi. Well, time really is of the essence. If they to secure their status in this division, a point won't be enough. Have to mind ourselves, they need 3 to guarantee safety, Stuart.
Look at their chance here.
Magnificently.
Well, if he gets this wrong, a penalty and a send-it-off, but he was spot on with his challenge.
Deserves credit for winning the ball back. And Wan-Bissaka. Manchester United on the front foot in the closing moments. Can they find a winner? Neymar. And Messi's incisive pass. Well, nothing comes of the attack when all is said and done.
Well, the United fans can sense a winner coming here, but can they create one more big chance?
Dalot. On to Bruno Fernandes. Save! Well, a really important piece of goalkeeping at this stage.
Well, it's such a key moment in the game. That's a really good save.
Really a very poor ball. And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages. Pressing high, and they have the ball again. And the referee brings this contest to an end. It certainly was. Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me here on the commentary gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham United midfield man, Stuart Robson. And if things go in their favour, they will rubber stamp their status in this division for next season. It is Bayern Munich versus Manchester United.
Well, they certainly won't want to go into the final game still in danger of relegation. So in my view, they should go flat out to get a result today, which will make for a very good watch.
With that, the attack fizzles out. And so the starting 11 for Bayern. Manuel Neuer begins in goal. Alphonso Davies plays with Joao Cancelo in the fullback positions. Kingsley Coman starts with Leroy Sané in the wide positions. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. The lineup for Manchester United. David De Gea stands between the posts. Aaron Wan-Bissaka starts alongside Luke Shaw as fullbacks. Jadon Sancho starts with Marcus Rashford in the wide positions. And Wout Weghorst is the striker. Kimmich. And Upamecano. Coman. Davies. Makes the move to the inside. A really top-notch piece of defending. Fred. Really closing him down. Shaw. Here is Fred. Here's Luke Shaw. Rashford. United might be able to cash in. Marcus Rashford. Fluency of movement. Rafael Varane. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Goretzka. On the ball with Alphonso Davies. Crossing possibilities. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Marcus Rashford. Rafael Varane. Here's Luke Shaw. Rashford. Varane. Well, decent effort, but not troubling the keeper too much. Joshua Kimmich. It's with Kingsley Coman. Isn't going to end up being productive for them. Davies. Shaw. Shaw. Fred with it. Here's Luke Shaw. Rafael Varane. Here is Fred. Shaw. Fred. Accurate pass upon accurate pass. Varane. Now with Rashford. Varane. A textbook interception. Leon Goretzka. And it's played into the centre. Well, pretty straightforward for the keeper, you've got to say. Rashford. Wan-Bissaka. Now Casemiro. Fred. Shaw. This is Varane. And the emphasis is on creativity. Fred. Shaw. Casemiro. On to Bruno Fernandes. Cross-fired over. Rashford couldn't keep it. And the whistle is sounded for... Well, they've got things going again here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us. Great vision to switch the play. Looking for that final pass, looking for the goal that would put them ahead. They just couldn't play that decisive ball. Shaw. And Rashford. Lisandro Martinez. Here's Luke Shaw. Fred. Back post. Going for the tee. And the keeper more than alive to it.
Well, he's tried to be clever, but he just didn't get enough on it. That's a comfortable save. Well, those stats aren't great reading, are they? Neither side is playing with any quality so far, and as a result, we've seen a pretty dull game. It has to get better.
Takes the shot. And De Gea untroubled. Rafael Varane. Here is Fred. An awful lot of green Choupo-Moting. Coman. Goretzka has it now. And Bayern moving the ball with purpose. That's Bailey. Chance maybe. Well, that's the end of that for now.
Well, Bayern thought that was the moment they were going to edge in front. But what an excellent save it was from the keeper. He's just kept his team on level terms here.
Jadon Sancho. Good tackle. It'll be a throw. A successful intervention, putting the ball back. Not giving him a moment's peace. And they could face difficulties here. Joao Cancelo. Rashford. Determined defending. Minutes to go. Far from a good pass. Choupo-Moting. A wonderful intervention. Brilliant save.
Well, you sense it's just a matter of time before they do score, Derek. They've been piling on the pressure now and really should be ahead in this one.
Well, attacks are plenty, but now defensive resilience is what's called for. And utterly disappointing. cross, goal kick. And United will switch things around personnel-wise. Mane. Sané. It's got Joao Cancelo. Sané. Can he put them in front? Brilliantly blocked. Is this the moment? Oh, a vital piece of last-ditch defending. And a goal! And the threat of relegation continues to loom large.
Well, that's a major blow to them. Can they now respond and get the goal which will keep them safe? Well, let's just have another look at this. The cross from Sané is hit into a really dangerous area. And then what a great finish as well. Good connection with the ball, leaving the keeper with little chance. It's a great goal.
Scott McTominay. Diogo Dalot on the ball. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Time is against Manchester United, but it's not over for them. Good-looking ball. Well, a harmless effort when all is said and done. Kimmich. On to Goretzka. 5 minutes left. Sancho. And with that, the attack fizzles out. And attempting the through ball. This could finish it. Well, he's missed the chance, and the keeper didn't have to do very much. Jadon Sancho. Dallo. Oh, could be. Keeping it out. Well, this late corner could represent the last chance to equalise. And connected tidily. He had plenty to think about. And there's the final whistle. The grim news from the Manchester United point of view.